Hi guys, this is George back here with another video and welcome to the ninth episode, I believe, here working in Adventure Springs in Planet Coaster. So, in the last episode, I built this B&M dive coaster here, and if you watched the last episode, you will know that this is looking very different to how I ended the last episode. So, between this episode and the last episode, I've done some work around this coaster in terms of the theming. And yeah, so as you can see, the castle's now here. That wasn't here in the last episode. The fountains were here, but the castle wasn't here. The path, was the path here? The path might have been there, but I've done some terrain work over here, some rock work over here, and as you might have just seen then, and I've done that before when another train went past. I think the trigger's around here. It sets off a fire effect right there. In fact, we're actually going to get to see it now. There we go. So here we go. As you can see, I've added a couple of these towers around as well, which are actually a blueprint. I actually saved them as a blueprint when I was working on a park that I was building off camera, and I saved them as a blueprint because I knew I was going to be placing a lot of them for a medieval area that I was putting in that park. And yeah, I've used it in this park. So, as you can see, we've got some more of these pillars over here, and this is going to be where the name of this coaster is going to be. So I do need a name for this coaster. Don't know when I'll name it, because I always forget to name the rides myself, but I always forget to. And so I'm going to be adding some rocks around here, and then the name of the ride is going to be displayed there. This is the entrance to the coaster, so you've got the queue line going up there. As you can see, the station building is now in as well, and I've put some rocks around here as well. This pillar here isn't going to be staying. As you can see, there's a sign on there saying KMG Afterburner. That's because I wanted to add a KMG Afterburner in this area, but I knew that if I didn't put a little sign up, then I'd forget. So that's the reason why that's there. So this is actually going to be going now. Oh, okay. I guess that's two separate buildings. Here we go. So where is KMG Afterburner? So this is going to be the first thing I'm going to do in this episode, and then I'm going to work on some of the theming around here. So this is going to be like the castle area of this medieval town, of course, with the fact that you've got the big castle there. And then over here, I'm going to do some medieval style, like make a medieval style town. So here we go. So here's the KMG Afterburner. I'm going to put that. I need to make sure there's enough space for the buildings. And the building as well, one of the buildings is actually going to be the entrance to this ride. So if I put that about there, I might move it across a little bit. Okay, that's not going to be an option. Okay, we'll put it there. No, whatever. Right, so entrance. So I'll put that. I'll try and put this around here somewhere because I'm going to try and... Well, the queue line's going to start somewhere around here, and then I'm going to try and wrap it around this area because, of course, I don't have very much space to work with here. So I'm going to have to try and fit the queue into a very, very compact area. I guess that's not going to be connecting up to the main pathway there. So I'll just put that there. And if we go and... Oh, I can't remember which path I used. I'm pretty sure it's this one. This one looks the same. What have I done? This isn't even the right path. That might explain it. Wait, oh. What's going on? I don't know. This is the entrance. Oh my god. Okay, right. I'm sorry. I haven't even played... Wait, what? What's... Okay. I think I might have accidentally pressed the place entrance sign again when I was actually trying to press the place exit sign. Right, so we're going to make sure we press the right one this time. There we go. That's better. Oh no. Right, there we go. We'll keep that around there. So there's that. I'm going to need a name for this as well, so get your comments coming in if you want to name this KMG Afterburner. it literally came to a thought to me off camera, like, we've got this whole big park, like, bear in mind, this first park is pretty much finished, and we've not actually got very many rides in here at all. We've got, well, this is the 8th ride that I've just placed, and we've got 2 in this area, we've got 3 in this area, we've got 1 there, and then we've got 2 in here, so, yeah, we've not got very many. There's not going to be very many in this final area of the park, which I'm not going to... In fact, we're actually going to be building something for that area in the next episode. I'm going to work on the theming in this episode for this area, and then whatever I don't do in this episode, I'm going to do off camera. And then in the next episode, we're going to be working on the final themed area in this park, and then we're going to be moving on to the entrance over here, and we're going to make like a Main Street USA style area, or Universal City Walk style area. If you've been to Universal then and seen City Walk, then you'll get the general idea with what I'm going with. I'm going to build something like that here, and then there's going to be a hotel here as well, and then on this side of the plot, then I'm going to be building a studios park. That'll be coming up in a few episodes' time. I will of course open this park as well before we start building the studios park. I'm going to build the entrance of the park, I'll build the hotel, and then that's when I'm going to open this park. I'll tell you what, I'm really starting to get bored of placing rocks in this park. Like, doing this, placing these rocks here took a lot longer than you thought it was, because I kept getting distracted and going and riding on all the different coasters and stuff, just because I was so fed up with placing them. Like, once you've built an area like this, not so long ago as well, which is literally covered in rocks everywhere you look, it gets a little bit boring. And the next area is not going to be much better as well, because there's going to be rocks everywhere in there as well, but I do think it looks really good. But you know, I'm not going to place these rocks. I'm going to do some building instead. I haven't even done the queue line yet. Oh my gosh. What is wrong with me today? I haven't done anything. Just randomly been talking and not getting any work done. What queue should I use? Let's just go this one, because it looks the same as the path. Right. So I think we'll have the entrance around here. Hopefully that's not going to interfere too much with where the walls of the buildings are going to be. And I don't know how far I'm going to make the buildings come back, so I'll build it right up here. You can come past the ride here, and we'll keep it here just for now. I'm going to bring it out this way. I'm pretty sure this ride might actually have a longer queue than the dive coaster does. I think the queue is bigger for this one than it is for the dive coaster right there. That just goes around there and station. Okay. Right. So we're going to get building now. So we're going to make this like a medieval town. So what I'm going to use is, I can't even remember where it is, but it's the here we go. Yeah, the Bavarian wall. So I'm going to be using these, and then I'm going to be changing the colours of them to make them fit with this area a bit better. And I'm going to turn them, instead of like white and brown, then I'm going to change them to some greys and stuff. Kind of like the coaster. I'll probably do similar colours to the coaster here. If I remember, I'll take you for an online POV at the end of the episode as well, because as all the theming's in, then it's looking a bit different. Oh, there's not even like those half arch ones. I just have to use this little one here, which I'm gonna have to move the queue line a bit, but that's fine. Tell you what, building this reminds me of building that dark ride that I built in the Christmas park, and I built that Santa dark ride out of this material, and then I built the whole Bavarian village with this as well. Yeah, there was a lot of buildings out of this material. Don't know how far. I'll bring it back to here. We can have some theming in here. I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna put in here, to be quite honest. In fact, you know, I'm gonna make it a bit smaller, because I don't even know what I'm going to put in here. Once again, we're going to have a little bit of an issue with this, but I'll just flip. I'll just move the path around. That's the wrong one. Oh, it's a nightmare. All these look the same. Here we go. I'm not sure how tall I want to build these as well. Maybe let's do them on different levels so we can have this building come up a little bit higher. I'm not going to spend the whole episode building, to be honest. I don't really know what else I'm going to. This was just about theming. Oh, right. Okay then. I guess we'll just use a bit of wood at the top here, and then I'll just paint it. Here we go. Bring it down here as well. So here we go. There is our first little building. Might put a windmill in here somewhere. If I can find a windmill, is there like a windmill piece that you can use, like the blades bit? It's probably got some kind of fancy name, but I don't know what it is. I'm not a windmill expert. Here we go. So this needs to come right through here. I'm on the main pathway, not even the queue line. Oh gosh. Oh no. In fact, I'm going to need to delete this whole path because, yeah, I don't want my guests walking through a wall. We're not in queue in the line for the Hogwarts Express. It's Universal Orlando or Hollywood. Do they have one at Hollywood? Surely. I'm not even sure. I know nothing about Universal Studios Hollywood. I only know about the Orlando version, and that's pretty much because I've been there and I've seen a lot of vlogs about it. There we go. So there's our first building. To be honest, don't really have any ideas for windows at the moment, so I'm going to build the other building first, and then I'm going to do all the windows and doors and stuff, all the details on the building all at once. Here we go. So this second building, we'll just put this. You know, let's see if we can find the spinning blades for windmill. Let's see if. No, you're not going to come up? Okay. Okay, let's forget about that then. Here we go. We could build a church. We should definitely build a church. I might build that off camera though, because I feel like that'll take a while, especially with me doing it. So I don't really want you to see too far past these. I'm not going to leave too big gaps between the buildings, but I want it to be big enough to make it look like it still is its own detached building. Here we go. And let's bring this one a little bit back as well, since you're not going to be going inside this one. I just think back now, like, remember in the vintage park when I was building that, which I was so proud of back then, and I went and looked at it a while ago. I was, well, I'm not particularly impressed with it. I've definitely got better at Planet Coaster. And that's definitely for the best, because some of the things in that park were, yeah, I would build very differently now if I was building it. I am actually planning on doing another vintage park maybe after this one. So once I finish this park, maybe I'll do oh my gosh, maybe I'll do another vintage park. But I remember at, oh my gosh, I can place it on top. I remember at the start of the the end of the vintage park as well. At the beginning of the vintage park, I built a vintage car ride, and I was trying to build a station building for it. and it took me like, I feel like it was something like a whole like 25 minutes. I spent like a whole episode, I feel like, building one station building, and it turned out pretty shocking. And yeah, I've definitely got better at building. I mean, I'm still not anywhere near the best, but I feel like, well, I've definitely got better at this game, and that's definitely for the best. I'm actually very happy with some of the things that I've done in this park. I'm happy with the way that it's turned out. So we'll have another building here, and of course I am going to change colours on here as well. Maybe I'll leave one. I might leave one as it is. Maybe. Depends what it looks like with the other ones around. I'm not sure where I'm going to build it. Maybe I could build a church over here. Just a small church. I won't, as I said, I won't do that on camera. I'll do that on camera. There we go. Oh, I feel like these all look too... No, you know, I think I might get rid of... Okay, you know what, let's just get rid of this whole section so it'll be easier than clicking off the building and clicking back on it again. I'm going to have this all the same level. Oh crap. There we go. Right, so that now is pretty much done. So I think I'm going to do some of the theming over here for the queue and exit of this coaster. So I don't think this responds... In fact, you know what, we can go on fairy tale. Here we go. Don't know how much... I'm not going to do... I don't think I'm going to do dragons in this area, mainly because I don't think I have the space. I'll add some of these pavilion tents in though. Oh wow, these kind of look interesting. But I was going to be able to put a couple of these in here, so I don't think that's going to be the case. Okay, let's... You know, I might go with a different one actually. Oh, okay, these are different songs. Okay, let's just put that there and I'll change the colours of that. Because I don't like that grey coaster. Those are the cars. Once again, the colours changed. Oh, we should put a fountain in there, shouldn't we? I don't think I'm going to be able to get water on it. Okay, here we go. Oh, something to these. This isn't going to take up very much space. I'm not really going to fill the area. I'll probably put some more rock front. I'm not going to put stone archway in. This is a little entrance feature for the coaster. The sign won't be on the end of the coaster. The sign will be on that pillar that I showed you earlier. This will just be in for an extra There we go, I should be back in. I know it's not 100%. It is a little bit wonky, but if I'm not getting frustrated by it, then I don't think it's going to be anything to worry about. How many Oh, wow. Oh, we should definitely add one of these. But then again, like, does that not work with the theme of this? I mean, we could put it in, just like over here somewhere. Or maybe if I... Okay, let's get rid of that. Because I don't want a bright, colourful tent right next to a spooky, dead tree. Oh, we got a load of lights as well. Oh, that's good. Okay, let's put that out there. Let's see what this looks like. I've never really used any of this stuff before. I've never really done a fairy tale theme. Like, I've done a medieval theme with like castles and stuff, but I've never really done like a medieval slash fairy tale area with all these knights and jesters. Okay. Maybe we can have one of these in yeah, maybe we can have a jousting of these like and then tree arch. No, that won't work. I feel like that tree is kind of limiting what I can and can't place. I might get rid of that tree. Yes, I'm going to get rid of that tree. I like the look of it, but it doesn't work with anything else in this pack that I want to place over here, because you've got all these colourful things around, and then that spooky tree line. Oh, that's quite nice. Never put that in like the town centre somewhere. There we go. I feel like I'm just wasting time now looking at all this stuff, not really placing anything down. We're already over 20 minutes into the video. I'm going to be ending this soon. I've hardly done anything. Hunting flag. Okay, let's put a fountain. Okay, it does kind of look like there's water in there, but it's not the most realistic looking water. Like, it looks a lot better if you actually go and place it in a pond. Here we go. So, make this a little bit more central. That's the best I'm going to get, to be honest. There we go. Right, so we've got a fountain in here. Maybe place one of those these jesters on it as well. Oh, wow. Yeah, let's have that in. That's like a... That's kind of something you'd see in like a castle garden or something. There we go. I really like this dragon theming, but as I said, there's not really very much space for it. So I'm going to build up the terrain block on here. In fact, I might just block this whole section off so you can't see out here, because if this isn't blocked off, then you're going to be getting a view right over into the studios park, and I don't want that. To be honest, I'm not sure how I'm going to cover this coaster up from the studios park, to be honest, since it is pretty ginormous. I mean, I looked at the stats for this coaster before I started recording this episode, and this coaster has a max height of 48 meters, so it's pretty tall. I'm not sure how I'm going to height. In fact, something that really annoys me about this coaster, probably the only thing that annoys me about it, you'll be standing in this area here. I know this won't really mean very much to a lot of people, but for someone who really likes getting immersed into themed areas, you're standing in this adventure area looking at this abandoned temple, and then you see that sticking out from the corner. Kind of ruins the theme of this area a bit, so that's a bit of a problem. I was hoping I wouldn't have to build the coaster that tall, but I wanted a vertical drop. So if I wanted a vertical drop, then that was kind of the minimum height I could build it. If it was any smaller, then the drop wouldn't be able to go vertical, because then it wouldn't flatten out in time when it's still being like a smooth, comfortable ride experience. Some guests complaining about that, because to be honest, well, if it just jolted through the drop at the end while it flattened back out, I would probably complain about it if I was riding it. Okay, I don't want to go too close to the station, too close to the ride. So if we stop that, might need it. Oh no, that's good height, that's good height. All of this needs painting here. So it is pretty much the end of the episode now, but I have remembered, and I am going to take you all for a ride on this dive coaster, which is yet to be named. I'm just going to cover all this area up because I don't want any grass. I want it all like this. Here we go. So off camera, I'm going to finish this area. I'm going to focus a bit more on it. So I'll finish these buildings off. I might build a church here or a jousting arena, not too sure. I'll finish the rocks here as well and do a little bit more around the queue. Maybe add some trees around here. Like maybe add some more of these trees around. Maybe add a couple more towers around as well. And yeah, in the next episode, we're going to be building the final themed area in this park, and it's going to be one of the biggest areas of the park, if not the biggest. So there's going to be a few different rides in here. We're going to have a flat ride in here. I'm not sure what flat ride yet. I haven't decided. There's going to be a train in this area, so there's going to be a railway. It's not going to take you around the park. It's only going to take you around the area. And the signature attraction in this area is going to be a water coaster. And I did want to do another water ride in this park. In fact, originally this log flume here wasn't originally in the plans for this area. Originally, it was supposed to be a Gerstlauer Infinity Coaster to feature a launch, something like Madagascar's Mad Pursuit at Motion Gate Dubai. But then I saw Escape from Pompeii at Busch Gardens and Williamsburg, and I really liked the look of it, and I wanted to build something like that in this park. So I was thinking about having the coaster on the first floor and then the log flume on the second floor, but there just wasn't enough space in this area to fit the station for a coaster and the queue line and everything else, so I just scrapped the idea for a coaster. So we're going to have a second water ride in this park, in this area. It's going to be a water coaster, and the theme of this area, you may have already worked out the theme of this area, judging by this rock here, which I've had here for a while, but I just wanted to leave it there as like a little bit of a tease to see if you guys could work out what was going to happen with this. This is going to be a Wild West themed area, of course, because how can I build a theme park and not include a Wild West area? Because I love Wild West themed areas at theme parks. So I'm not too sure where I'm going to build everything yet. I know I want a Wild West town around here. The water coaster will probably be located around here. Flat ride and train somewhere around here. I know I've got a little bit of uneven terrain here, so I'll have to sort that out when it comes to building the train. Or maybe I'll just build the train around the back of the area here. I don't know. But I am going to extend the area around this section here, so I have a little bit more space to work with without having to get in the way of this hill here. But there we go, that is now the end of this video here. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at George Kelly Roller Coasters. Follow me on Twitter at George Kelly and check out my other YouTube channel. Oh, I remembered, and check out my other YouTube channel at Wealthy Good. I'm now going to stop talking and get on my POV of this. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you all later. Bye.